بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, before we take today's lesson, I want to say that mashallah, I've listened to some of you, and especially some of the rules that we've taken. I can see that you guys are practicing it, like that we took in the hamza, the ain, the ha. Obviously it's not going to be perfect. Don't think it's going to be perfect after one lesson. Yeah, it's going to take a long time, right? Even me, for example, when I read to Shaykh Qasim, we got ijazah in Quran, I was already hafiz, I already did tarawih. And there's actually, alhamdulillah, the Tajeel exam I took in Mashanabi, alhamdulillah, I came first in that. But even with that, it took me over a year to recite the Quran in Shaykh Qasim. It's a little bit and he would take mistakes out. So it's a lot of practice. You have to practice. So don't worry. Right now, we're focusing on the theory. These are only going to be a few lessons, not going to be many. And then after that, we're just going to practice, and slowly. Some letters you might find hard. Ha, you might find hard. Ain, you might find hard. We don't have them in English, that's why. So the more we practice, it'll get easier and easier. And then you don't have to think about it. Okay? Right. So alhamdulillah, the first lesson we took the virtues. And then after that we took the heavy letters. And then we took the throat letters, okay? So alhamdulillah, we've taken a lot of the letters individually. What we're going to do, so page 1 is the virtues, page 2 is the Arabic alphabet, and then page 3 was the heavy letters, and page 4 was the throat letters. Go to page 2, which is the Arabic letters. So go to page 2, which is the Arabic letters, okay? So what we're going to do now is, we've taken a lot of these letters. We've taken the heavy letters or the full mouth letters. You can call them, both full mouth or heavy. They're called full mouth because your tongue actually, the back of it goes to the top and it touches the top. And heavy because it sounds a lot more heavy. And then we've taken 6 throat letters. Some of them overlap, so ghain and kha, they overlap with the full mouth letters. What we're going to do today, we're going to take all of the others. So we're going to go through the Arabic alphabet one by one, and we're going to go through each of them, okay? So we're going to start with the first one, quite straightforward and easy. Alif. Repeat it. Alif, right? That's quite easy. What's the difference between alif and hamza? Who knows?
Alif is when it doesn't have anything on top of it.
Yeah. Anytime you have the what looks like an alif, if it has a haraka, meaning a fatha, kasra, or a dhamma, zabr, pesh, okay, if you will, then that's not an alif. That's called the hamza. Alif is when there's nothing on it, or there may be a sukoon on it. So for example, qala Allahu. That qala, we're not saying qa or e or u. We're stretching it. It becomes a stretch, right? So qala. So that's called an alif. Okay, slight difference. So hamza is when it has the harakat, fatha, kasra, or dhamma on it. Right. That's alif. Then we have ba. Okay. It's quite easy. Ta. It's quite easy. Okay. With one thing with ta is, a lot of people, they over exaggerate in one of the characteristics of ta, which is they say ta. That's wrong. That's too much. The only time you'll hear that sound a little bit is if you stop on the letter ta. So for example, if I was to say at, only a little bit you can hear it. At, because if you don't hear it at all, then you can't hear ta. If I had to say at, you can't hear it. Okay, so it has to be a little bit, but you don't. Some people go overboard again. They say at. That's too much. Just at, just a little bit, so you can hear it yourself, and that's it. But that's the right. The next one is an important one that a lot of people make mistakes in. Tha. Right. What a lot of people do is that they say like an S or like a sin. They say sa. Right. If somebody's name is Thoban, they say Soban. Right. So with this, what you do, you have to bring your tongue out a little bit. So you say tha. Good. Then we have Jim. We have Ha. That one is from the throat letters that we took last week. Yeah? And then we have Kha. This is also from the throat letters from the top, and it's also a heavy letter. Yeah. So we don't say Kha. We say Kha. So for example, what was the word that you were saying? Yakhtafu. Yeah. Yakhtafu. We don't say Yahtafu. We say Yakhtafu. So kha, make sure it's from the top of the throat. Kha. Then we have dal. It's quite easy. And then the next one, another one similar to tha. A lot of people make mistakes in dal. So dal, you bring your tongue out as well. A lot of people say zal. That's the next one. That's the next letter. Okay, a couple letters. So don't worry about the Z sound. This one is dhal. So we say dhalikal kitab. We don't say zalikal kitabu. We say alladhina. We don't say allazina. Because that's two different letters. Okay? That's why, let's skip ra, let's go to the one after it. The next one, that one there, looks like a ra, but it's got a dot on top. That's za. Yeah? So that's za. This one before it is dhal. So صراط الذين, not صراط الذين, because it's not, it's the first one or the second one, it's the first letter, dhal. It's not za. Okay? So make sure it's dhal, similar to tha, you bring your tongue up. Right, in between dhal and za we have ra. In ra, try not to make your lips round. Because when you make the lips round, a waw sound comes in. So if you say ra, wa, you know that waw sound comes in. So say ra. Good. Right, then we have seen. Okay, so this one, it's like an S in English. So if you were to have a sukoon on it, we would say as, seen. Okay. Then we have sheen. This is ash. Minash shay, like sh in English, right? Then we have صاد. ضاد. We explained these two before. ضا. We explained these two before as well. All four of these were full mouth letters or heavy letters. Then we have عين. We mentioned this as throat letter. Then غين. Yeah, that's also a throat letter and also full mouth letter. Then we have fa. Qaf. We explained that. What type of letter is qaf? Full mouth or heavy letter. Good. Kaf. See, these two are different. Qaf and kaf are two different ones. So qaf is heavy or full mouth and kaf isn't. So you say qaf and we say kaf. So, for example, in Arabic, right, we have the word qalb. Qalb means heart. If you say kalb, it means dog. Right? So you're going to be very careful who you're saying that to make sure you pronounce it correctly, right? Then we have lam. Mim. Noon. Wow. Ha. So it's from the bottom. Ha. We took this from the bottom of the throat. Then hamza. And ya. Okay. So these are the different letters. Okay. Many of them we've taken from the throat letters and the full mouth letters are heavy. Others are quite straightforward, like ba is quite straightforward. Ta, for the most part, is straightforward. Some you might have to focus on, tha and dhal. For example, you bring your tongues out. But inshallah, with this, alhamdulillah, we've taken all the letters. So in how to pronounce the letters, theoretically we've explained them. Okay. Next lesson, inshallah. Obviously, whilst you're reading to us, we'll try to perfect the pronunciation of these letters. But from next week, inshallah, we're going to start focusing on a bit more, not of the how to pronounce the letters individually, but when they're in an ayah, what are some of the rulings pertaining to that, inshallah. So this lesson is going through all of the letters in the Arabic alphabet. Subhanakallah wa hamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.